Charles, good morning to you. Thank you so much for your time. How many illegal migrants have you rescued so far since the pandemic hit our continent?
Good morning, Clement. So far, IOM has assisted about 400 migrants who are stranded in various countries as a result of the coronavirus pandemic. I wouldn't really refer to them as illegal. We normally prefer to call them irregular migrants, but a number of them are also legally resident, but are being compelled to go back home as a result of losing their livelihoods, income, jobs in various countries, notably in South Africa being the highest receiving country in the region, and arguably perhaps Africa as well. So a number of these people, there are a huge caseload in the pipeline, but we have had to also conform and comply with the safety measures and guidance, the public health guidelines. So it's slowing down the process, unlike the normal assistance we provide to migrants. But it's not only the 100 that we assisted, we've also assisted a number of migrants from Zambia to Ethiopia, from Mozambique, from Zimbabwe to Malawi, from South Africa to Malawi, Zimbabwe, and a number of countries.
Yeah.
That's high.
Where do you take them, Charles, when you rescue them? Do you take them back to their home countries or places that they were trying to get to?
Well, it depends on where they want to go, because what we do is assisted voluntary migrants. That is, the migrants themselves decide where they would want to go, and we provide the assistance because IOM does not support nor encourage forced removals or deportation. But these are people who normally would want to go back to their home countries. So we assist them from pre-departure information, briefing about the coronavirus, how to get infected, and how to protect themselves, their protection measures, and also provide them with all the safety guidance and measures, both in the country of origin, where they are moving from the host country, to transit, and to the final destination, complying with all the quarantine measures put in place by government. So when they get there, our offices in the other side of the destination country, working with government counterpart, the civil society, state and non-state actors, receive them, and we provide them onward transportation assistance with this personal protective equipment, masks, sanitizers, soap, and we ensure that they go back to their home, their places of origin in a safe, orderly, and regular manner.
Charles, speak to us about how the closure of borders has affected the plight of these, as you prefer to call them, irregular migrants, because the countries have implemented these lockdown regulations and these measures to fight COVID-19, and unfortunately in many instances migrants find themselves in the fringes of society. So what impact have we seen as a result of countries implementing these lockdowns?
Well, the impact is really enormous because, as you may know, the Southern Africa region last year, for instance, 2019, we recorded about 7.9 million migrant stock within the SADC region, of which about 4.2 million were recorded in South Africa alone, which is about 7.3% of the total population of South Africa, or about almost 3% of the total population in the SADC region. So the in an attempt to contain the virus, various governments, implemented various restrictive measures, notably South Africa. So the closure of, including closure of borders, the airports, lockdowns, which made many migrants who normally work in the informal sectors lose their jobs because they couldn't go out there to work. They couldn't, really, a lot of them are traders. They opened their own private small-scale enterprises. So it made them lose their source of livelihood, income, and opportunities for which they came here for. And besides that, it's not only the migrants, but also the families and relatives that they left back home, because it has also impacted on remittances that they would normally otherwise take back home. And it has also made them extremely vulnerable in the sense that a number of them have been excluded from the social stimulus packages, the safety net, and the social protection measures that are being provided by government. So it has really impacted on them seriously. And besides that, as you may know, the coronavirus has impacted on every country, regardless of how developed you are or how less developed you are, nor how rich you are or not how poor you are. So that means the normal assistance that developed countries would otherwise be providing has also been affected.
Okay.
So now it's like each one for himself, which is the best way to go.
Thank you so much for your time this morning. Charles Kwenin is with the International Organization for Migration.